Cavant Light Sessions came about during the pandemic. You know, Cavant is not a company just to sit back and do nothing during a pandemic. They're not one of those companies that sit there twiddling their thumbs going, oh my God, we're in a pandemic. Cavant is a world leader in entertainment and came up with this new concept called Cavant Light Sessions. In this chat today with Martin Delagabjo, we're going to find out exactly what Cavant Light Sessions are. And if you are sitting around doing nothing, wondering what you can do for your next show, this may very well inspire you. So I'm being joined today by one of the new awesome guys, is a new friend to me anyway, is Martin Delagabjo from Cavant. He's joining us all the way from the other side of the world because I'm in Asia. And he's going to explain to us what Cavant Light Sessions are all about. So if you're in the entertainment industry and you want to be inspired, now is the moment to sit here and watch with awe as we welcome Martin Delagabjo to Argon TV. Martin, it's great to have you here. Thank you.
Hello, Tim. Nice to meet you.
You too. And this is actually the very first time we've ever spoken, but it's not the first time we've had Cavant on Argon TV. And we featured you in the magazine many times. So you are a regular to our program. So it's good to have you here. And what I thought I'd do is just to get started is maybe you could give us a little history into you personally, your career, and then your career with Cavant. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, well, basically my career started something around 2000 when I was finishing high school. And then I once visited a club where was amazing 50 milliwatt green laser, and that was the moment when I opened my mouth like, what this light is, oh my gosh, I want this. So, but of course, as a student that time didn't have enough money, but I managed somehow to buy a 100 milliwatts module, and I built my own laser. I opened hard drives from the computer, and I made the scanners from the hard drives. Because at that time I studied high power electronics, so I somehow know how the electronics work. So I built the laser, and then as the time passed, I saw I need something more bigger, more powerful. That time, well, the laser was very expensive. So that time I got a house from my grandparents who suddenly died, and I got this apartment. And so like, maybe this is chance for me. So I sold the house and I bought a laser.
Wow.
And so, and yes, it was the laser was so amazing for me, so that I want to do everything for it. And then I start to travel more for the events and for the clubs and so on. And then some years I decided I want to go bigger, so I started request Cavant if I could join them. And then in one day around, I think it was 2011, they take me, and then we start work together, and till these days.
Fantastic. And the reason I'm smiling so much right now is because your story, if you went to a nightclub and you saw a 50 milliwatt laser, is very similar to mine. I went to a nightclub. In fact, I owned the nightclub. I bought the nightclub when I was 28. And, you know, if anyone's on this channel on a regular basis, they'll know this story. I bought the nightclub. I was a very naive businessman. I had no idea what I was doing. And my DJ said to me, we have a laser. And I go, what's a laser? You know, we turned on this 100 milliwatt air-cooled laser, and my mouth fell open, and I fell in love with laser, just like you. So that's brilliant. You know, I've never met anyone else who had that story, but I think there's a moment, and you know, you sold a house to buy a laser. I think there's a moment where you realize that you have something special in your hands that many other people don't have. And in the time when you started, and definitely when I started, was a time when laser was actually fairly rare. And you kind of, when you walked into the room, it was like, whoa, the laser boys are here, you know. It was a very nice feeling. So excellent. What a great start. So you've been with Cavant for some time now.
Yeah, so
And
since it's like now it's 2022, like 11 years.
yeah,
So
you've done a few shows in 11 years, yeah?
yes, so most of the shows that you know from Aquant in the past are from me. That I was doing the programming and
Fantastic. Yeah. And Michael keeps on sending me pictures through, and I'm sure some of those are from your shows as well.
well,
And if you're,
these days we have a new colleague, Jakub, and he's very also passionate. So we are working together.
fantastic. Well, it's great to have you here. And in a moment, we're going to talk about your Cavant Light sessions. And if you're wondering what a Cavant Light session is, if you look behind me, this is just
Also,
a little
if
bit
you
of
look
teaser.
behind me,
And if you look behind Martin, this is a little teaser of what's going to come. We're going to be talking to Martin in just a moment. He's going to give us a guided tour of the studio, but we're just going to take a very quick break. Don't go away because we'll be back in just a moment. So welcome back to Argon TV. This is Tim Bennett. I am being joined by the one and only Martin de Gabcho from Cavant, and we are talking about Cavant Light sessions. So first of all, Martin, I've got to ask, what is a Cavant Light session?
well, Quant Light session came just in a good time. We built this showroom right before the pandemic, as we built a sub showroom. That was the idea. But somewhere that time in the mind we had like, let's build the space like multifunctional. That will be a showroom, but in case we need to do some performance there, it will be accessible. So, and that time in the March, the pandemic started, everything started cancel and stop and so on. So it was like, okay, what we could do. And then we got like, okay, let's make some event with a DJ. That was the easiest way to start. To bring a DJ here, we prepare some like starting demo, prepare some scenes, and we transmit this with the DJ. Then the light session start. And actually, it was a good idea because then we promoted, and some client got like, oh, this is good studio that we could do some performance there. So then another DJs come, and then was not only about the DJs, and the serious clients came, like the Kaufland shopping mall came, like if we could do that the band will play here, that we'll have some, yeah, like some simulation of concerts. Then we had some talks here, the Night of Scientists, yeah, and so on, even like that. So even as a pandemic, it brings some money.
And that's brilliant. And I think what's interesting is that you have this little seed of an idea, and you incubate it and you work on it, and it grows, and you start off with something, you know, reasonably simple like a DJ, and it attracts other people, it attracts other businesses into what you're doing, and it grows from there. It's brilliant. So you have, go ahead.
No, just want to say that the showroom, as showroom, had less equipment. The space was good enough, so we start adding more and more and more. And now what you have behind you is the equipment that we have right now here.
Roughly, and roughly, how big is the space?
Approximately 15 meters to 7, and 5 meters tall. So it's like quite fine studio.
Yeah, that's a pretty reasonable size. So if you have a space that's empty and you got some lights, I would fill it full of lights.
It's important to have it black.
Okay, that's good to know. And then when you first started to talk to the DJs, that presumably these are local DJs, yes, in
Slovakia. Yes, yeah. Because the traveling is now very difficult.
Yes, very difficult. Yeah. So when you first started talking to them, did they readily accept this, or was it a hard sell?
Well, the very beginning was one of our colleagues, a DJ, so that's playing also in past. So they told me like, let's make this project together, and then we will see how it will start, and it became quite quite good.
Excellent. And I think this is something that's very important is you start with what you've got. When I first started doing the Argon TV interviews, I started with people that I already knew in the industry. Like the first person I started with was William Benner from Pangolin. He and I have known each other for, I don't know, 25 or 30 years. So I said, would you be my first guest? Because I knew him. So I think this is very good that you started locally with people you know, and then it's brought in new people. Yes.
Yes, it's much better to do something just to leave the equipment in the warehouse.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
you need to have a passionate people that want to work, and then the things it will start.
Yeah. And who are the DJs that you've been working with? Would we know their names?
Probably not. They are local DJs. Even some of them are playing in the foreign. AKG, Meiri, Benko. Well, I don't think you will know them. They are locals.
Okay, and I was watching some of the videos that were sent to me, and very impressive, I must say. The very powerful space. Is the sequences that you've got, are they operated manually or is it all pre-programmed?
No,
or is it a bit of both?
Manually. Well, we create some short intro that it starts. The start DJ set, and then everything was operated manually. Here I have IMA for light, beyond. Then there is a video at the end. My other side here is a server for a streaming. So everything is operated manually.
And that's a very impressive lighting desk you have behind you.
Yes, I like it.
I'm jealous. So you just mentioned the streaming. This is another side to that. You actually do this live streaming, don't you?
Yes, we do.
And how long is a session?
The first one that we started had 2 hours, and then as it grew, we made a live session for 8 hours. That was for a New Year celebration, like 4 hours before the midnight and 4 hours after midnight.
Wow, that's cool.
That was fine. So we somehow was at the event in the party.
Yeah, well, Happy New Year. Okay, so is there any way that you can show us a little bit of what you do in the studio or not?
Yeah, okay, I'll try to share the screen then.
Yep.
This share and this one. Okay, you see it?
Okay, yes.
Yeah, so I will just quickly play. This is from the light session. So yeah, like some kind of small club just without people.
Yeah. I look forward to the day we'll have with people.
Yes.
Yeah, you've got some equipment there, right? Plenty of lasers and.
Yeah, it's around 20 lasers, 24, I think. Some kinetics, lights, on the screen around. It's quite fine.
And Vanda sent me a list of equipment, which I'll probably include in the description later. I'll also put links to the videos that she sent me as well. So if people want to check out what you've done on YouTube, they can do that.
Quickly, I will show you some other event that we do here. This was the Night of Scientists. It was some kind of conference that was live streamed.
This is very cool.
We have a Motorix screen here that we could use for the holograms. So the people who speak, the moderator who speak, he's not like behind the green screen, but here see in real what he's watching.
Yeah.
It's not related only with the lasers, but in general, like what the possibilities in the space are.
So when you first started this, how long did it take you to put together the whole studio?
That's a good question. I think take 3 months because the room was completely empty. Here was nothing. So we have to paint it, bring the electricity, build the trusses, carpets, and then all the equipment and program. In total, take 3 months.
Yeah, and you know, we've been locked down for nearly a year, so 3 months is a very good investment in those times. And also, you know, when equipment is not being used, it just stops working. So nothing better than having stuff working, being used, promoting the company, and using a space very wisely.
Yes, exactly. Here right now, what I'm playing is another part was make like some kind of video clip promotion for Porsche, I think.
So has this brought you many clients?
Not like many, but yes, some.
Some new clients. That's fantastic. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that when so many people are out of work or complaining that they have no work. You've done something that attracts new business that could lead to a lot more business. And I'm guessing that you're going to be keeping this studio for some time. This is not something going to shut down, you know, once events get back.
Yes, it's good that also it's not only for live streaming, but also could make some, you know, I don't know, promotion videos, or like especially like this, the banks that are lasers everywhere and the people have to cross. And so.
Yeah. So can people?
The first thing was that we have to invest our time and to build everything together and promote it, and then it's start work.
Oh yes, indeed. So can clients come in and can they rent your premises basically and do productions inside or product launches or?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And if someone wanted to do that, how would they get in touch with you?
The best way is through my colleague Michal Cinkovic and Michal Rezek, show production at QuantSK. Just write like what's the idea, what they would like to do, and then start talk. And then they come to me, and then we'll have some creative ideas what we could do.
Fantastic. And what is the situation right now with COVID where you are? Is it still bad, or is it, you know, people to move around?
Government said it's bad. So everything is closed. Just the shops with the food, and all the other shops are closed. Supposedly we should stay at home and have minimum contacts, but as everybody, we're wearing masks. So in the studio also have ventilation that take the is refreshing the air.
Yes, so, I like your comments. The government says it's bad. Yes, let's see what happens next. I think it's going to be some time before the world gets back to full events. Even if the government announced tomorrow, like it's all over, we can all go back to normal. I think people are scared now to stand beside each other, and it's going to take a little while before we all go back, you know, to the concerts with 10,000 people, 100,000 people. And I think this kind of, yeah, I think this kind of event that you're doing is going to be here for some time. So if someone wanted to do something similar, how would they get started with something like this? What's the first steps that they take?
First step is well, choose good place and make some kind of interesting stage design. You need some light, not so sophisticated, not so many. You need lasers, and put together. You need to make some promotion video about what you are capable to do, and start share.
Brilliant. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to embed some of the videos that Vanda sent me into this, so that people can get an idea of what you can do. But I did watch a couple of the videos. Wow, excellent.
Just quickly, I want to say probably only lasers will be not enough. you have to include something more. You have to include some lights, some LED screen maybe that will attract the client more, because only lasers will be not enough suddenly.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think you need a good all-round studio. I like that you had the live element with the dancers, was nice as well. And also obviously the DJ was there as well. So I think having the live performance is very good. So where do you go with this next? How do you grow this?
Well, right now we improving the showroom itself. When potential clients came, not like with the DJ, but the showroom itself, that he sit in the sofa and he watch like we have prepared like half-hour show that is introducing the company, what everything we do, the manufacture, all the kind of events that we do is presented on the LED screen behind me and in combination with lasers.
Okay, so you did mention that you had laser and you had beyond. What other controllers do you have there behind you?
Well, MA for video right now there is Resolume, or we're using the Watch Out. And that's basically the base setup. And then depend of the event, the sound guys came, they connect what is the name, the video console to edit, to cut the videos, they bring cameras, because every production have own setup. So from our side, we're providing lights, video, and lasers, and the rest they came. Yeah, they bring. Sorry.
So during a streaming session, how many are you in the tech booth?
Like five.
So it's a pretty good setup, eh?
Yeah,
nice.
It's fine. It's fine. It's better than them being at home.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Great. Well, I really appreciate you sharing the sessions with us, the Cavant Light sessions with us. As I say, I'll put links to them underneath. And I want to thank you for being here with us on Argon TV and taking the time just to show us. So any final thoughts before we wrap up and go?
I had prepared something. I will say, just don't sit on us and cry, and do something.
Absolutely. In fact, I don't know if you know the book Who Moved My Cheese. Have you read that book?
No, this one no.
It's an awesome business book. It's called Who Moved My Cheese. It's about 4 little characters, and what happened every day they go to eat cheese, and one day there's no cheese. And the book is about what the 4 characters do when they discover there's no cheese. And obviously one runs off to look for new cheese, and one of them sits around and does absolutely nothing, expecting new cheese to be put back. And I think where we are right now with what's going on in the world, it's kind of similar. We've had our cheese taken away from us, and our cheese was the events. So rather, as you said, rather than just sitting on our ass crying about things, we need to go find new cheese.
Well, this sounds an interesting book. I'll check it.
Yes, I'll put a link in that to the book as well. It's great. In fact, I think there's also on YouTube, there's a little animated cartoon about 15 or 20 minutes long. And it's done like a children's story, but it's actually a very powerful business book, and it's one of the best-selling business books around for a long time. Ken Blanchard or something wrote it. It's excellent. Yeah. Anyway, Martin, thank you very much for being with us. I really appreciate you taking the time. I'm sure that this is going to inspire a lot of people to get off their ass and stop crying and go and do something. And I'm sure that if anyone wanted either to use the studio that you have there, or if they needed any help in setting up their own studio, I'm sure you'd be more than willing to help them, yes?
Yes.
Okay,
sure.
Great.
And just quickly, I want to say 2 things at the end. And I would like to thank all to the companies that inspire me in the past, like the pioneers in the past, like I don't know, like Lobo or Solinger, the Laser System Europe. And when I was that time as a student, I really watch with open mouth which show they do, and that inspired me. Like this is what I want to do, and that bring me here today.
Brilliant. And, I think that's a wonderful place to be when you suddenly discover, and it's a little bit as my story, I'm not going to get teary-eyed or anything, but, I was 28 when I first saw a laser, and I literally had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. And then I saw a laser, and then I went, I want that.
Yes, so I think you're equal in this.
Yes, so I really understand. Great.
Okay, Tim.
Well, thank you very much for being here. Say hi to the team back in Cavan. I appreciate them always being part of Argon TV and sending photos and having videos with me. It's great to always have you here. And I look forward to seeing you all again soon. So come back anytime with new developments or new products. You're always welcome here. Pass on our regards. Yeah. And thank you very much for taking the time to be with us here on Argon TV. We've been talking to Martin de la Gabcho about Cavan light sessions behind me. And we'll see you all again very soon in another exciting episode of Argon TV.